Well, hello. My name is GAT and welcome back to Caffeine, Victoria's Legacy. Before we start the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell notification, and leave a comment. Alright, let's get going. Last time we found out that Mel got arrested and we're gonna see if we're gonna help her or we're gonna be like, nah, she's fine. But in my opinion, we're gonna help her. Why? Because you don't let your homies go to jail. You know what I mean? You gotta bail them out. Well, if they ask for you, you're gonna be like, fuck. They better have the fucking money for me to go give or something. You know what I mean? Let's go help our homie. I don't really have a choice. My heart won't allow me to make any other choice. But didn't Constantine say I need to have 50 Vicks of bail money? I don't have that kind of money. The cashier is empty, and I have no idea where Alice lives, so I can't ask her for her help. To be honest, I don't know if Elisa's gonna help me. I don't know if Osea's gonna help me. The only thing is Sparkwood, you know what I mean? Go ask the fucking puto. Let's go ask Joseph. I stepped into Sparkwood and immediately realized the place is a catastrophic mess. Where's my espresso? I've been waiting for my shot of 20 minutes. For 20 minutes. If I fall asleep in front of the machine and my hand got chopped off, I will come back as Captain Hook and tear your coffee house apart. Why doesn't my latte have 8 spoons of sugar in it? I asked for egg spoons to stir my coffee, not 8 spoons of sugar. I'm so sorry, everyone. I will get your orders right. Just give me a minute. Oh, it's Taka. A sense of uneasiness creeps in as I approach Joseph. He doesn't know that I eavesdropped, and I make sure to hide my anger and contempt towards him as I reply. Hey Joseph, I heard that Mel is in jail. What happened? I don't know. No, that's not what he said. I don't have time to explain. You can see the angry customers banging on the counter. Mel's not here, so we're having a bit of trouble getting everyone's orders right. I don't even have time to go and bail her out. I hope she's alright. Mel asked me to go and bail her out. Is that so? Smart thinking. She knew I would be too busy to help her. Here, take this money and go bail Mel out. Once she comes back, I need to have a discussion with her. Oh, I know, he's angry. I gotta pay attention to their faces too. I can't just read this. Once she comes back, I need to have a discussion with her. Joseph doesn't seem to be happy about Mel getting in trouble. Well, judging by this mess here, I guess that's understandable. I wonder how Sparkwood would cope without Mel. She should have really been the manager instead. Taka, you came. Help me. This jail stinks. It smells like rat poop. Mel, why are you in jail? Oh, Taka, I messed up big time. You remember the cupboard that came over last time? He came back yesterday with his big ego and fancier hat. I started calling him names. Then his face turned all red and he started screaming at me. So I shot him. No, just kidding. I patted his shoulder and told him to calm down. Then he suddenly dropped the ground, accusing me of pinching his shoulders. That's how I ended up in jail. What? Oh, punching his shoulders. I read it as pinching. I was like, pinching his shoulders? What the fuck? Okay, so she's in jail for punching his shoulders. That's stupid. That's ridiculous. How could they just throw you in prison without a fair trial? Because this is England, and we don't have fair trials. That's why in the United States Constitution they said... Fuck. Well, something about speedy trial, the 5th Amendment, 6, yada yada yada. Oh, fucking the right to have a lawyer. You know, I don't know. Like, they have a lingo. No something, I don't remember. She hasn't been accused of anything yet. So, you knew the couple was just acting. Then how come Mel is still in jail? Relax, Taka. This is not a jail cell. It's just a temporary facility to host would-be criminals. Fuck you, I was in these cells. Fuck. You kidding me? Last time I was here, I nearly died. That was just a small hiccup. As I said, I've improved on our security since. I find that hard to believe. Didn't I walk in here by myself just now? What? Wait, you're right. How did you get in here? You're just stupid. Anyway, I gathered some witness reports and no one saw her punching the cover. Once you drop your bail money and sign this document, she's free to go. Wait, she hasn't been charged on anything. What the fuck? Are you going to arrest the couple for making a false statement? No, Taka. I said no witness saw what she did, but it doesn't mean she didn't do it. This is, he said, she said. What the fuck? I didn't do it. He was obviously faking it. You saw him walking away just fine. Then consider yourself lucky. You don't need to worry about his medical expenses. No, fuck that. I'm just reading this. Constantine's right. You should forget about it. Because he is smart, you know? He does everything fine. Right by the book. No, the fuck? I'm an American. So fuck you. Even though I'm trying to be a cop. Fuck you. Constantine, that was very uncalled for. You knew very well she was framed, yet you did nothing to help her. You should really apologize. Me? Apologize? I've done nothing to apologize for. I did my job, preventing crime before it happens. And what better way to make sure crime doesn't happen than by teaching people like you a lesson you'll never forget? That's not fair at all. That's not a cop thing to do, you know what I mean? A cop thing to do is, if there's no evidence, release them. Doesn't matter what race they are, what gender, what class they are, you know what I mean? Oh, they look like a criminal, so I'm gonna arrest them. Blah, 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 blah. They look shady. No, you got nothing. Send them back. And if they do something in the future, then yeah, get them for that. But you're not gonna get them for something bullshit, you know what I mean? Anyway. Not fair. I've been a good citizen all my life. You have no right to say that. Really? During our little interrogation, didn't you say you were born in the slums of the West Coast states? That doesn't mean anything, man. I live in East Los, and I've been a good boy too. Fuck off. And I'm brown. I did say that. So, you're no different from the scum in the East End. Once from the slums, you forever belong to the slums. Fuck you, Constantine. I'm sorry, guys. There's a lot of commentary to do here, because it's like the same thing here. So once you're in East Los, you're just a cholo. You're just a scumbag. You never get out. You're just here for the rest of your life. A criminal. You know what I mean? I heard them all too. And also about being brown. Even though I'm American, you're fucking illegal. I heard all of that shit, you know? That doesn't mean shit. It doesn't matter where you're born from. You could be rich or poor. And you could either be good or bad. Because being good or bad doesn't dictate where you're born from, you know? It dictates, you know what I mean? It doesn't dictate anything. It's how you were brought up, the lessons you learned along the experience, along the journeys of life, which make you who you are, you know? You could be in a bad situation and be bad. You could be in a bad situation and be good. Or you could be in a good situation and do bad things. Or you could do good things with the good situation you have. It doesn't matter. All that matters is what people taught you, like your parents or the people around you. You know? Anyway. I can't believe he said that. My anger towards Constantine is boiling. I would have punched that puto. How could he judge Mel's character because of where she was born? Consider yourself lucky. I'm not arresting you for disrespecting officer. Now leave. Did I really just pay him? Constantine opens the cell door and let Mel out. Wait, Taka, don't forget about tomorrow. I'll be coming for your coffee house in the evening with chains. I hope you're already packed and ready to go. You know what? I'm glad I chose Mel. You know, hanging out with her and like wasting all my time because you're getting an interesting story. What the fuck? Thanks for bailing me out, Taka. I hope I didn't bother you in any way. Well... Oh no, I did bother you, didn't I? Your barista test is tomorrow, and I asked you to come and bail me out. Don't worry about it, Mel. What's done is done. As a token of thanks, come to Sparkwood Coffee House. I'll brew you your favorite cappuccino. Well, I guess it's on the way back to the coffee house anyway. Let's go then. Yoo-hoo! I'm back, guys. I hope everyone didn't miss me too much while I was away. Hey, Mel. There's something I need to speak to you about. Alright, but can you wait for a moment? I promised Taka that I'll brew him a free cappuccino. Actually, it's about that. I think it's better for you to not be behind the counter anymore. What? What are you talking about, Joseph? Wait, are you firing me? No, of course not, Mel. We really want you to continue working here. But with what just happened this morning, I think it's better if you work in the other area in the coffee house instead. What do you mean, other area? Being a barista is my life. I can't be behind the counter. If I can't be behind the counter, then where else can I be? We want you to take an office job. Wait. An office job? You want me to rot inside an office? Oh, I know what you mean. You want me to stamp documents that no one can ever read. No one ever reads. You want me to be a paper shifter. Dude, that's one of my fucking... I don't want that for my life. That's one of my nightmares, being in an office just pushing papers. Ugh. I'm sorry. If that's your job, you know what I mean? It's a good job. If that's what you want to do. It's not for me. I want to do something creative. I want to do something where I'm helping people or making entertainment for people, you know? Like this YouTube thing. Even if I don't blow up, someone's gonna watch it eventually, and they either like it or hate it. Don't say it like that. Reviewing documents is important. There are mission statements and complaint logs to review. All very important for our company. But you don't even read them. No one ever reads them. Well, that's true, but it's not just an office job. You get to go to the warehouse. We'll send you to the auctions. You still get to meet with our suppliers. I know what you mean, Joseph. It means signing a paper and watching as the coffee beans get loaded on our ships. I don't even need to speak a word. I'm basically becoming a coolie. This is a demotion. As I said, this is the best outcome for everyone. I've warned you many times already. Cuppers come here to provoke us. I told you to ignore them. We don't want any trouble. But you have provoked them every time. Now look what happened. If you get into trouble again, I won't be able to protect you. I can't believe it. Everything I've done for Sparkwood. Don't my accomplishments mean anything ever since I joined? I've increased sales by 20%. We sell 5 Nakamoto books every day. And what about the coffee quiz initiated I've helped to make a reality? What about my customers? Won't my customers miss me? The whole coffee house is quiet. No one makes a sound. Really? No one's going to speak up for poor Mel. This is so sad. Dude, I'm gonna punch this guy. I'm gonna do it right now. His kid is not here to watch him, so I'm gonna, punch him out. Mel starts crying and runs out the coffee house. Wait, Mel! I feel really bad, but this is for the best for all of us. Dude, I'm gonna just beat him up. No one is indispensable inside a business, Taka. That's what I learned from Nakamoto. I looked towards Joseph, straight at his face. I know what you mean. Of course I do. I run after her and finding her sit on a bench in Victoria Park, crying by herself. I can't believe it. How can they do this to me? Being a Nakamoto barista is all I dreamed of all my life. I spent my life savings to come to Victoria so I can work with her. But is this all I get in return? Nakamoto's supposed to be the warrior against injustice, the CEO for the common people. But now, Joseph is telling me we have to stay low in front of the cuppers. That's not how it should work. He's a dick. The only reason I didn't fucking, confront him that last time is because his daughter was watching. And there's one thing I learned. You do not fight a guy in front of their kids. You do not fight a guy in front of his wife. His parents, maybe. But other than that, it's like, you could beat the shit out of him. I should have beat the shit out of him when I was in there, but, stories. I agree with you, Mel. I'm totally with you, Mel. It's their loss. Yeah, they're nuts. How could they not allow the best barista in the world to serve coffee? Anyway, this is a setback, but it's not going to weaken my resolve. One day, I'll take Victoria by storm and be the next Nakamoto. I'll hold you to that. Anyway, enough about me. What about you, Taka? What do you mean? What about me? Well, it's already noon, so I guess I'll head back to the coffee house and practice my siphon brewing. Get ready for tomorrow. I'm not talking about that, Taka. Huh? I mean, there's something I want to ask you for a long, long time. Just who are you really? What do you mean? I'm talking Knight. I mean, why do you pretend to be from the West Coast states? Oh, what? You really think I don't know? Last time I was joking when I asked you if you were from the West Coast states. I was surprised you said yes. Fuck, my voice is going away. Man. I hate when I do voices for everyone, but you know what? I think it's enjoyable. Other than just going, yeah, Taka, you're from the West Coast. You know what I mean? It's not enjoyable like that. I'd rather, do my normal voice for Taka and, give everyone else a voice, you know? And what's wrong about that? There's no way you're from the West Coast states, Taka. And why is that? Because you speak English as if it's your native tongue. What's so strange about that? The West Coast states. It was, British people who colonized, so of course they speak English, Do you even know what states the West Coast states consist of? You're gonna say French, are you? Or Mexican? Of course I do. I think. My geography isn't that good. Alright, let me ask you. What states are we talking about when we say the West Coast states? Do I lie? Washington, Oregon, California. Hey, I'm from California. Fuck it. I may not pay attention in school, but to not know the names of states impossible. Washington, Oregon, and California. Yes, guys, because there's only 3 states in America, not you know, not 50, or is it 51? 50 states. There's no such thing as 50 states in America. And you know what? There's not even 13 colonies. Remember? There's not New York, Pennsylvania, all those other states. You know? Washington, Oregon, and California. What kind of states are those? Are you kidding me? They're the states of the West Coast. Never heard of those states before. No way. Let me just tell you, save the bullshit that you're going to throw at me. After the conclusion of the Caffeine Wars and the Victorian armies signed a peace treaty with the Mayans, but even with Victorian as a guarantor, the Mayans were still considered that the Victorians would regain on the treaties. Hundreds of years of slavery and bloods couldn't just be undone by a piece of paper. Okay, fuck. So, for the next 20 years, the Mayan states form an alliance with the neighboring tribes. South towards the Andes with the Aztecs, and up north with the Pomos and the Apaches. After 20 years, a new state was finally formed. The West Coast states was established, which comprised of Mayans, Aztec, Pomos, Apache, Chumas, Pueblo, and other native tribes all joining as a state in the new federation. Hey, look, my people, the Mayans and the Aztecs, you know? Well, mostly the Aztecs, because they mostly, they had most of Mexico, you know? Don't get me wrong, the Mayans had some too, but it was mostly Aztecs, I think. Yeah, because Mexico City, that was Aztecs. And you know, that's where I'm from. That's where my parents are from, Mexico, where the Aztecs were. So thousands and thousands of years ago, when the Spaniards came, they raped the Aztecs, and they made my ancestors, that then made my grandpa, then made my dad and my dad. Then my dad came to America, met my mom, who was also from Mexico, then came to America. They met and made me, you know? That's how the West Coast states became the third major power in the world. Why not number 1? I don't care if they're from the Aztecs and all that. They're still American. Aren't they number 1? While the Akumites controlled the coffee trade in Africa, Victoria dominated in the east. The West Coast states became the third greatest power by controlling the Mayan plantations. So now you see, West Coastians don't speak English. It's not their native language. Dude, I was gonna say Spanish, but that's not even the Aztec. They speak something like that, like the native language. So the West Coast states have nothing to do with the United States. No, it has nothing to do with your imaginary country. You may want to know about this little episode in Victorian history, the Rebellion of 1776. The American Revolution. I'm sorry. The Rebellion of 1776? That was shortly after the Caffeine Wars, when the colonists in New England rebelled against the Victorian king over taxes. Really? I heard the story. There was an episode called the Boston Coffee Party, where the rebels started throwing all the coffee beans into the harbor. They were, of course, swiftly crushed by the Victorian cuppers. Are you fucking kidding me? The leading rebels, George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and Thomas Jefferson, were all sentenced to public hangings. Oh shit. This is all news to me. I can't believe it. My beloved country. The country of hip hop, rap, and jazz. No more Mick Wobbles and no more Bruno Moon. The fuck? Come to think of it, I haven't seen any beef jerky or pretzels since I've been here. I'm into a food desert. I've been eating ratatouille for 3 days straight. I mean, Alice's cooking is good, but I crave modern food. Kill me, please. Hey, it's really not that bad. The food in Victoria is actually quite decent. Seafood is fresh. You love the Japanese cuisine here. You're into raw fish, right? Raw fish? You mean sashimi? They have sashimi here? Oh, of course they do. If sashimi cheers you up, I can send you a list of good shops around here. Oh, Mel, you're my savior. And thank Japan still exists in this timeline. How can I ever survive without Japan? I want to say alignment. Your alliance to your imaginary country doesn't seem that solid at all. So, are you ready to tell me the truth? The truth? Yes, the truth about where you're really from. I have no choice, do I? I mean, I blew it. I should never have said I'm from the West Coast states. But should I tell her the truth? The truth is more insane. Even if she believes me, then what? She will need to hold on to my secret. Do I trust her enough to tell her the whole truth? Taka, don't just stand there talking to yourself. Answer me. I gotta tell her the truth. You wanna know why? First of all, you fucked up. Second of all, she's gonna keep a secret because we just got her out of prison. She probably trusts us, you know? Tell her the truth. Alright, I'll tell you the truth. I spend the next hour telling her about the Seattle I know and the broken memories of my childhood at Taka Coffee House. How I got on the plane from Seattle and ended up in this world. Mel keeps looking at me, puzzled. My head keeps telling me you're lying, but my heart says you're telling me the truth. I told you, it's hard to stomach. The fact is, I do have memories of this world, but only fragments of them. It feels like a puzzle waiting for me to solve. So, do you believe me? I really don't know, Taka. It's hard for me to get around this. But I believe you, in a sense that you're not lying to me. You know what? That's a good start. Do you understand what I mean? As in, I don't really know whether you are just hallucinating, but what you're telling me is what you are really believed in. Yeah. And to be honest, if you heard all the crazy stories about Victorian's legacy, alternate realities aren't that hard to believe at all. Oh, don't remind me about that. How? There's just one detail in your story I can't get my head around. What is it? Alright, let me get this straight. You were on a plane, and the girl sitting next to you gave you a bottle of cold brew coffee with a sinister smile that looks like the witch in Snow White? And you still accept her coffee? What were you thinking, Taka? You have already said that she had an evil smile. I know, but it was kind of rude not to accept it. We were, after all, sitting next to each other for maybe 10 hours? Why were you sitting next to her for 10 hours? Can't you just go to a restaurant or hang out with some other people on the deck? I think you're grossly misunderstanding what a plane looks like. So, this is how it works. When you're on a plane, you are strapped to your own seat. Your own meals are delivered to you by the flight attendants. The only time you need to leave your seat is if you need to go to the toilet. So Taka, what are you saying is that you're here on a slave ship? No, it's not a slave ship. It's hard to explain, but a plane is this really cramped place. Do you get it? No, I don't, Taka. I got here on a third-class airship ticket. I still have my own bunk bed. I even managed to sneak onto first-class deck and take some of their cheese and wine. I even helped myself to their espresso machine in the kitchen. You can't go anywhere as long as you socialize well with the staff. But that plane thing you just described is basically a slave ship, strapped for 10 hours with no freedom. How could you just accept such treatment? It's just sacrificing comfort for speed. I managed to come across the Pacific within 15 hours. Beat that. Why? Are your owners in such a hurry to put you to work? No, you're just teasing. Now you're just teasing me. Anyway, let's put that aside. I should get going. I mean, I still need to practice for my barista test. Right, Taka. Let me know how your tests go tomorrow. Fuck, man, this voice hurts me. Sure, I will. Finally, shit. And this is where I fell. This is where 15 days of hard work and sweat. I thought this day would never come. I hope everything I've done to prepare myself will be enough. In the end, all my efforts have gone to waste. I failed. Damn. Of course I failed. Why would the results be different? I spent all my hours and nights on perfecting my espresso shot, which wasn't even in the syllabus. I tried in vain to make sure my coffee was good enough, but in the end, the examiner just shook his head and told me it wasn't acceptable. It wasn't even good enough to be saved by the caffeine test. Even if I managed to achieve a perfect score in caffeine, I would still fail. I dragged my body back down the hill. It's not good enough, is it? The taste of defeat, the smell of despair. If only I became more careful, smarter. If only this was a world without a time limit, then maybe things could have been different. Have I finally come to realize that this is not a game? There is no load button. I've chosen a path that ended in failure. Did I really think a miracle would suddenly pop up and save me? No. This is real life. Working hard does not give you an automatic pass. I dread the walk back home. I didn't want my walk to end, and I couldn't face the humiliation and despair awaiting me at the coffee house. I told you. Constantine. Taka Nai. How does it feel to know that you failed? You should have just given up 2 weeks ago. The outcome would have been the same. I wouldn't need to wait for 2 weeks. Oh, please, Mr. Enforcer. Would you spare us some mercy? If you really close my coffee house down, I'll have nowhere to go. Like I said, you should have read the fine print of the law before agreeing to a business venture. There must be a way. There's a way. Mel just got fired. Fucking... Why don't you two understand? There is no way than the law of justice. The law is here to put you in your place. I'm so glad it's finally teaching you a lesson. I stutter at the thought his words are trying to convey. He is in the right because of my failures. I have no energy to fight back. I want my anger to boil over, to shout out loud that what he's saying is wrong. To shout out that he is wrong. But a pristine flow of power was sucked out of my body the moment I failed. I cannot fight. I cannot challenge him anymore. I must submit to his crooked sense of justice. Why are you looking at me with those eyes? Are you still waiting for your Deus Ex Machina? I doubt that is going to happen. Stop right there. The Deus Ex Machina has arrived. Because I'm thinking it's Mel right now. The door swings open. A beam of white light swarms into the coffee house, lighting up the whole room turning it snowy white. Hell yeah, I knew it was gonna be you. A girl is standing in front of the door, looking at us with her signature cheeky smile. Mel? Well, fellow Takanese, do not fear. Mel is here to save the day. Takanese? Who are you talking about? Us? What's happening? She's taking over, Taka. Like, think about it. What are you doing here? Shit. Oh, didn't they tell you already? I'm a barista working at this coffee house. A barista? Working at this coffee house? Huh? What? My brain is spinning. Just where is Mel going with this conversation? I'm glad to be working here. From tomorrow onward, I will be brewing my signature espresso in this coffee house. No, you're not. This coffee house is getting closed down. Why? What's the rush? Don't I fill all the requirements of working here? I'm a licensed barista, so there's no reason for you to close the coffee house down. Wait, what? Wait. I heard nothing of this. Aren't you working at Sparkwood? You can't be working at two places at the same time. Oh, I already quit my job at Sparkwood. You what? No, I can't allow this. Under what authority can you allow this? Can't you allow this? I have the right to choose where I work. And why do you so insist of closing down this coffee house? It feels like you are only trying to fulfill your own twisted ego. Why do I want to close this coffee house down? Do I even have to say it? I want to close it down because this insolent fool in front of me got me demoted. Oh, so out of spite, I thought you were a man of law. Looks like you don't practice what you preach. Ooh, this guy. He got it out for us because he's a puto. He's on stupido, you know? I was gonna say another word, but I don't know if it's like a bad, like a, let's just say a bad thing to say against homosexuals. Seriously, at first I thought I was gonna say it in Spanish. I'm gonna say it like meaning stupid, but I don't know if it's actually a bad Spanish word for homosexual. So I'm not gonna say it. I was about to spit it out right now, and I was like, I was gonna end my career before it even started. I don't understand. Why are you helping them? These insolent fools. Oh, I see. Because both of you are vagrants trying to obstruct me. In that case. No, Constantine, you're wrong. If you can't figure out why Mel is helping us, then you got a huge problem with your sense of justice. Taka's right. I want to work here because I see Taka and his cute boss for who they are. They are really nice people who are trying to make the best to make their dreams come true. I too want to make my dreams come true. I want to become the most successful entrepreneur barista in Victoria. Where else better than to come and help save a coffee house on the verge of getting closed down? What? That's... Forget it, Mel. The man before you has no dream of his own. That's why he is finding it so hard to understand us, people with dreams. Fine. It seems that you managed to save this coffee house. You won. For now. Dude, I really hope this is not the end of the game. Like, I feel like I'm coming close to the end of the game right now. I hope this is not the end. Oh, because we still haven't found his mom. No, there's like gotta be a second half. Constantine stomps out away with heavy footsteps. I really hope I never see him again, though I believe that's too optimistic of a wish to be granted. At least, don't let me see him again until my heart is pounding at a normal rate. Thank you, Mel. You saved us. But are you sure you want to work here? I mean, I can barely afford Taka's wages. That's fine. That's fine. Don't forget who I am. I'm the expert entrepreneurial Mel. I've helped 8 coffee houses escape their inevitable fate of closing down countless times with my sheer marketing skills. I will help make this coffee house the most popular and successful in Victoria. That is wonderful. I can't believe it. You saved us. Well, thanks, Mel. I can't think of how to thank you. You and Alice, this combination will work well. I'm so glad. And I guess you can stay upstairs too, so you don't have to pay for rent. Huh? I guess I'll pack up tomorrow. Why are you packing up? Huh? Because why would I stay here? I mean, I didn't save this coffee house. Mel did. I did nothing. I wasn't able to pass the barista test. Since Mel's here, Alice has no reason to keep me. When I leave, I'll just have to find another lodging and focus on finding out what happened to my parents. The rest, I don't know. I'm not letting you leave, Taka. Huh? But... Of course, you're staying. Fuck, I fucked up my voice. You're the reason I decided to come. I'm the reason? It was you who made me figure out what I really want to do. I want to help small businesses succeed, not work in a huge coffee house where they treat us like bolts and screws. You're the one who made me realize I want to work in a coffee house where we're all friends. Yes, Taka. We're all friends. Ever since you came here, the coffee house has been so warm and friendly. It won't be the same if you decide to leave now. I don't know they saw me as that essential. I feel like crying. Alright, I won't leave. I can't leave when you tell me this. Let's make this coffee house the best place in town. And thank you, Mel. Coming to work here despite the barista curse? She doesn't know about the curse. What barista curse? What happened after that was a blur. I remember Mel and Alice chatting alone for a while. I was just sitting there, mind blank, dozing off. Then Mel left. Alice made me some dinner and left as well. I finished my dinner without much thought. Now I'm just sitting here all alone in the coffee house, staring out the window as the sun begins to set. It's going to get busy, and I'll have Mel and Alice working beside me, two sweet girls. Come to think of it, I think I've agreed with Mel that we will meet tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock in the harbor. After all, we've been running out of coffee beans, and apparently there's a coffee auction tomorrow. We'll be buying our supply for the next 2 weeks. After that, I remember Alice was asking me why I seemed so distant today. Was I? I should cheer up. I don't know why I'm in tears, but I should cheer up. But it doesn't feel like a victory, because I screwed up. I know it. Even though I worked so hard, in the end, it wasn't because of Mel. If it wasn't because of Mel, our fate would have been so much different. I couldn't even bear to think about the fate that could have been. And it was such a burden to be focused on the test. But now that that's been lifted, I suddenly realize how alone I feel. That's when it suddenly hits me that maybe I'll never be going back. And if it continues to hit me that I know nothing about why I'm here, what happened to my mom, and what I'm going to do with the rest of my life if I never go back. That's why I'm crying. And that's why the crying cannot be stopped. The comfort of the known, which will never come back to me, in exchange of charting the unknown, is too much to bear. Oh, please help me. Taka? I turn my head around to a tender voice that calls out my name. Eve? Oh, it's Eve. What voice did I give her? I gave her like an American like nah, fuck it. I affected my voice too much. Are you alright, Taka? Did something happen to you? No, it's nothing. I'm fine. I should be fine. Well, the coffee house is safe for now. I see. Congratulations. Then you shouldn't be crying. You should be happy about it. I know. You are experiencing withdrawal, right? Withdrawal? When you work so hard to achieve your goal, and when it's finally ended, you suddenly feel empty. Because you have nowhere to hide your negative energy anymore. Nowhere to hide how much the uncertainty is bearing upon you. You're right. Taka, I have something for you. It might be able to cheer you up. Drugs? Drugs. What is it? Eve doesn't say another word. She slowly takes out from her pocket a photograph, a vintage photo that I immediately recognize it for what it is. It's my meme. That's me dad and my meme. And they'd stay Alex gay and her. It can't be. Oh, Taka, on that day we took this photo, we had a cameraman take it twice. The first one came out really blurry. The second one was fine, but we only got one copy. And your father said that I should keep the better one because he said that he will never forget your mother's face anyway. But I don't need this photo anymore, Taka. This is for you. Really? I could have it? Just as Eve opens her mouth, she hesitates and closes her mouth again. He turns to the photo and makes a long stare, then gives out a long sigh. Yes, of course you can have it. You need it more than anyone in this world. This is your mom's face, Taka. You should always keep this memory, no matter what happens. I don't know what to say. I stare at the picture for as long, I don't know. As if my soul is embracing the photo, and only when it's returned into my body, I do realize Eve have already left. I turn towards the picture again, and look into my mother's eyes. Under the sepia tint photo, I can imagine she has brown eyes just like mine, her long brown hair like mine. She's my mom. I look just like her. She is the mom in my blurry dreams, but she is no longer an abstraction in my memories. She now has a face that associates with. Tears keep flowing like an endless river, but these are happy tears. I have finally come one step closer to finding my mom. The world I am in now might still feel alien to me, but I'm going to keep moving because there is a purpose for me to belong here. My purpose to rediscover all the secrets that lie within our family and put those lost memories. I'll pick them up, fragment, and put them back together. I will not let these memories die away. Never. I will work as hard as I can to fight for another day, so that one day I'll be reunited with my happiness. The happiness that is deservedly mine. Ooh, chapter 7. Why do I have like a half heart for Elisa? I don't think I ever talked to her this whole chapter. What the fuck? Alrighty. I'm gonna end it here. I know. I want to keep playing too. You know? This is really good. And I like doing the voices because it makes it more like... How do you say it? Not real, but it makes it more... I feel emotionally connected with this game right now. I don't know what it is. But I gotta end it here because it's gonna be too long anyway. Anyway, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Alrighty. Well then, bye bye.